Chosen one, your soul already knows the answer, but your mind is still not ready to face the truth. What happens to the chosen ones after death? The truth no one tells you is about to be revealed, and once you know, there will be no turning back. You feel it, don't you? That gut feeling that there is something beyond what you've been taught, something that no one dares to speak about. When your last breath is taken, what will really happen? The path is already set, but not for everyone. Some will find what they've always sought, while others will see something they should have never seen. The question isn't whether this will happen, but when. And when it arrives, there is no second chance. Time doesn't stop, and one day, without warning, you'll feel your soul detach. What comes next? The paradise they promised you, or something no one dares to mention? There is no escaping that answer. Because when the end comes, the only thing that will matter is what you did while you still had time. But what if I tell you there's something no one has revealed about this moment, something that changes everything, and that could define your soul's destiny? Have you ever imagined the exact moment your soul separates from your body? It's not a dream, it's not a delusion. It's real. The moment the last thread of life breaks, something happens. You feel a weight dissipating, as if you're floating, but at the same time, an intense presence watches you. Your spirit is aware, seeing everything around you, but no one else can hear you. No one else can touch you. Chosen one, this is the moment when you realize that death is not the end, but the beginning of something few understand. Time, as you knew it, ceases to exist. You try to move, but your body doesn't respond. Matter is left behind, but you continue. There's a profound silence, and within this silence, a call. Some feel peace, as if they're surrounded by an indescribable light. Others feel something different, an unease, a resistance. It's at this moment that everything is defined, because the transition is not automatic, nor the same for all. There's something that sets the chosen ones apart, something that separates them from the rest. You begin to perceive a new reality forming around you. It's as if a veil is being torn before your eyes, and then an unexpected revelation. You're not alone. There's something or someone waiting for you at this moment, but who or what? Presences approach, some familiar, others unknown. But be careful, not every presence that manifests at this moment is what it seems to be. Chosen one, there's a hidden truth about this encounter, and it changes everything. Your spirit feels the attraction of a path, but there's more than one. Some souls are taken immediately, without resistance, without hesitation. Others are caught between two worlds, unable to move forward. What makes the difference? What defines where you'll be taken? What has been written about your life and about your eternity? Have you thought about this? Because the choice may not be yours. And if you don't know what to do at this moment, it may be too late to understand what was already decided. The portal is open. But where does it lead? A destiny is prepared, but not everyone can cross. What do the chosen ones see when they look at this path? What determines who can move forward and who will be stopped? Chosen one, what lies beyond this portal may be greater than you imagine. But before crossing it, you need to know the truth about this crossing, because a wrong choice could change everything. The portal is before you, but something prevents you from crossing it immediately. It's not like opening any door. It's not a simple step forward. There's an energy surrounding you, an invisible weight that defines whether you will be taken smoothly or face resistance. You feel that this path is not the same for everyone. There are those who cross without fear, as if guided by a higher force. Others hesitate, feeling a presence pulling them back. Chosen one, you need to understand, this crossing doesn't just depend on what you want, but on what is written about you. When you look at the portal, you realize that it is not fixed. It changes, transforms, reacts to your presence. For some, it shines like a golden light, radiating peace and fulfillment. For others, it becomes a dark vortex, a turbulent and uncertain passage. What defines this difference? It's not what you imagine. What weighs in this moment are not just external actions, but something deeper, the condition of your soul. What did you carry throughout life? What stayed trapped inside of you and now cries out for a destiny? These answers cannot be given by anyone but you. When you approach, something happens. The portal reveals a truth that was previously hidden. You see flashes of moments, fragments of choices, people, promises. It's as if your own history is being projected before your eyes. But there's no time for regrets. What has been done is done. Now only the sentence remains. And then something moves. On the other side, you feel a presence waiting for you. But who is it? Would it be an envoy from God, or something that came to prevent your crossing? Chosen one, the answer to this question could change everything. The silence around you fades, and a deep sound echoes inside you. The call has been made, but the question remains. Are you ready to cross? Many think they know what comes next, but few truly understand. What awaits you on the other side cannot be imagined by the human mind. The only certainty you have is that this moment is happening now, and there's no turning back. The portal won't stay open forever. There is a set time for the crossing, and those who miss it may never find the way back. But before crossing, there's something that needs to be revealed. You're not the only one who knows about this portal. You're not the only one who feels this presence. Something or someone is already waiting for you on the other side. But who? What's there? Would it be a guide, a messenger, or something that shouldn't be there? Chosen one, there is a truth about this encounter that has never been told to you. And when you know it, everything will change. The portal opens, and the moment you cross this invisible boundary, a presence awaits you. You feel it before even seeing it. A strong, unmistakable energy, as if someone already knew you would arrive at this moment. But who's on the other side? Could it be an envoy of God, a guide to lead you to your true destiny? Or would it be something that shouldn't be there? Something that doesn't want you to move forward? Chosen one, understand this. The first encounter after death is not by chance. It reveals something about your destiny. In the first instant, your soul tries to recognize the presence in front of you. Some people feel peace, as if they are being welcomed by someone familiar. Others feel a weight, a coldness in the soul, as if they are facing something unexpected. But there's something many don't understand. Not every presence that appears at this moment comes from the light. There are spirits that wait for this crossing to try to stop the chosen ones from moving forward. And the only thing that can define who is really there is the condition of your soul. Chosen one, at this instant you can no longer hide. Everything you carry within you, everything that was unfinished, now manifests around you. The first encounter after death is the reflection of what you built in life. If your soul is strengthened, you will see what was promised to you. But if there are doubts, fears, or gaps, something different may appear. And what if the presence that appears to you is not what it seems? What if it tries to deceive you? Not every path that opens leads to the right destiny, and not every guide is an envoy of God. What happens now depends on a single detail. Do you recognize this presence? The chosen ones are spiritually trained to discern what comes from God and what is an illusion. But many are deceived, many fall into the trap. Some voices present themselves as light, but carry deception. Some hands extend to guide, but lead to the wrong path. The final test begins now, and you need to be prepared to discern what is before you. Because if you make a mistake in this choice, there will be no turning back. Before taking the next step, you need to know there is a judgment that happens at this moment, something much greater than a simple crossing. Your spirit will be weighed, examined, tested. But what really matters in this judgment? What will be put on the scale? Chosen one, there's something few know about this moment. And this truth can completely change your view of what happens after death. The encounter has happened, but now comes the moment that no one can avoid. The spiritual judgment has begun. There are no words, no arguments, just the raw truth of your existence being revealed before you. Everything that was done, said, and thought is recorded. Nothing is lost, Nothing is forgotten. Every decision that seemed small on earth now weighs like a burden or shines like a testimony. Chosen one, this is the hour when your soul will be examined, and there's no way to hide who you truly were. You feel a weight in the air. Something surrounds you as if your essence is being filtered. What really matters in this judgment? It's not wealth, titles, or fame. It's not appearances, speeches, or empty rituals. What is being weighed now is the condition of your spirit, the love you carried, the truth you defended, the faith that remained firm within you. Many think they know what God judges, but few understand that there's something much beyond what was taught. At this moment, you realize you've always been watched, not just by God, but by spiritual forces who witnessed every act, every thought, every hidden intention. What you did in secret now becomes public. What you thought you had forgotten was never forgotten. Every choice you made, every path you followed, now rises before you as proof. Chosen one, nothing happens by chance at this moment. Destiny is being traced, and everything depends on what was written about your life before you were even born. There's an open book before you. Is your name in it? Many live without worrying about this question, but now it becomes the only thing that matters, because there are names that were written, and there are names that were erased. There's no deception, no mistake. Everything had already been determined, but not everyone accepted this truth while they still had time. Now, there's no way to change the story. What was recorded is what will be considered, and if your name is not there, what happens to you? The destiny of the chosen ones is not the same as the rest of the world. There's something prepared, something reserved, an eternal promise. But what was really promised? Where exactly will the chosen ones dwell after death? Chosen one, there's a mystery about this place that almost no one knows, and this truth changes everything. If your name is written, a path opens before you. But where does it lead? Many believe that the destiny of the chosen ones is the same, but there's something that was never fully revealed. The scriptures speak of prepared dwellings, a place reserved only for those who were separated from the beginning. But what exactly does this mean? What is this place like? Chosen one, you are not going to a common space. What awaits you is something your mind could never conceive. The light that surrounds you at this moment is not just brightness, it is life. It is consciousness, it is presence. You feel a peace you've never experienced before. There's no fear, no doubt, just the certainty that you were expected. This is not a place that anyone can access, because there's a secret about it. The dwellings of the chosen ones are not just in one plane. There are levels, dimensions, realities that were prepared according to what your soul carried and lived. What you built in life now reflects what has been reserved for you, but not everyone who awaits this promise will receive it the same way. What differentiates the dwellings of the chosen ones? It's not just faith, it's what was done with it. Some will be called to reign, others to teach, others to contemplate, but there's something few know. There are doors inside this new world, doors that lead to places even the chosen ones don't fully know. What lies beyond them? Who can cross them? Chosen one, there are revelations about this place that have never been said, and there's something more, something that still needs to be revealed. The chosen ones are not the only ones who know of the existence of this place. There are forces that have always tried to prevent this promise from being fulfilled. There are beings who observe, who wait, who move in the invisible. Do you really think you can cross without being noticed? Not everyone wants the chosen ones to reach their final destination. And what if something tried to prevent this crossing? What if a barrier appeared between you and this promise? Chosen one, there's a secret kept for millennia about this exact moment. Something that happens before you reach the eternal dwelling. And if I tell you that there are chosen ones who are called back, that not everyone stays where they thought they would, there's a reason for this. And this truth changes everything. Not all the chosen remain in the eternal dwelling immediately. There are those who are called back. And this does not happen by chance. When a soul crosses to the other side, something is revealed. There are mysteries that can only be understood after the crossing. But then, why do some return? Why, after touching eternity, do they still need to return to earth? Chosen one, there is a greater purpose behind this call, and it may completely change your view on death. What happens at this moment is not a human decision, nor a twist of fate. It is a divine calling. God calls some of the chosen back because their mission has not yet been completed. Perhaps something needs to be revealed, a message needs to be delivered, or a battle needs to be won. The earthly time still needs them, but what do they see on the other side? What do they bring back with them when they return? These souls carry knowledge that cannot be explained, only felt. Those who return are never the same. They've seen what lies beyond the veil. Their words carry a different weight. Their eyes reflect something no one else can comprehend. They speak of things they shouldn't remember, describing details that were never taught. But not everyone believes them. Many discredit them, mock them, call it delusion. But those who listen with their hearts feel it. They know there's truth in every word. Because those who return carry a secret that cannot be ignored. And there's something even deeper. Some don't return alone. They come back with a new perception, but also with a new mission. Some experiences are so intense that they completely alter the course of their lives. Many begin to feel presences, to discern spiritual realities, to see what was once invisible. Have you noticed that some people return different, with gifts and revelations they didn't have before? This is not a mistake. This is a calling. And when God calls, nothing can remain the same. But there's a warning. Not every return is allowed. There are souls that beg to come back, but are not given the chance. There are truths that cannot be told, mysteries that cannot be exposed. Who decides this? What defines who can return and who must stay? Chosen one, there is something that separates these souls, a truth that few know. And this truth may reveal something surprising about those who never return. Not everyone who crosses the border of eternity is permitted to come back. But those who return bring something that cannot be ignored. They return with eyes that see beyond, with words that carry weight, with an urgency that no one else understands. They've seen what is hidden, heard what cannot be said, experienced what most can't even imagine. But what exactly did they discover on the other side? What makes these chosen ones never be the same again? The truth they carry is not easy to bear. They know what happens after death. They know what is real and what is illusion. They felt in their very souls what it means to be before eternity. And what scares them the most isn't what they saw, but what they can't tell. Some revelations are allowed, others are not. There are secrets that can't be revealed, because the world is not yet ready to hear them. But when a chosen one speaks, those with discernment feel it. This is real. Many of them try to warn, try to alert, but few listen. People live as if they have infinite time, as if eternity is a distant concept. But those who return know that this is not the case. They feel the despair of those who left unprepared. They know what it means to not have a second chance. Have you noticed that there's something different about people who've had near-death experiences, that they are never the same? This doesn't happen by accident, and there's something even more intriguing. The chosen ones who return don't just return with words, but with marks, some invisible, others evident. There are those who awaken gifts, who begin to see beyond the natural, who feel presences that no one else notices. They've been touched by eternity, and that touch leaves scars. But why are only some marked in this way? What defines who receives these revelations? What did they really see that made them different forever? But there's one detail few notice. Not everyone who returns brings light. Some souls return with a dark weight, with a profound silence, with a distant gaze. Something marked them, something touched them, but it wasn't always something good. What did these souls see that they can't explain? What was shown to them that left them in silence? Chosen one, there is a secret that separates those who return in peace from those who return in torment. And this truth changes everything. Not all the chosen ones who return carry peace. Some return with a silence that never fades. Their eyes reflect something that can't be explained, an invisible weight that has accompanied them since the moment they crossed the border of the invisible. What did they see? What did they experience that made them lose their voice? Chosen one, there is a deep mystery about those who return in torment, and it needs to be understood before it's too late. The truth is that not every soul that crosses to the other side finds light. There are places that were hidden, realities that were not meant to be seen. Some chosen ones were taken to dimensions of revelation, but others were drawn to dark territories. And when they return, they can't live as they did before. They carry images that won't fade, echoes of voices that won't stop whispering. How is this possible? What made them cross to a side they shouldn't have seen? Many who go through this experience try to warn, but their words seem insufficient. They speak of an abyss that few understand, of a place that defies all human logic. Their stories are ridiculed, disbelieved, ignored, but those who feel the truth recognize it. They are not lying. Something touched them, something marked them. Have you ever met someone who came back different, as if they carried an impossible-to-tell secret? If so, know that this doesn't happen by accident. But there's one detail few perceive. It's not just the chosen ones who return. Some presences accompany them. Some return with an expanded perception, but others come back with something stuck to their essence, something that shouldn't have come with them. This is a mystery few dare to investigate, because the answer could be disturbing. Who or what crosses along with these chosen ones? Why do some return carrying a shadow? Chosen one, there's something you need to understand before it's too late. The final warning has been given. The time for decision is running out, and there is something every chosen one needs to know while they are still alive. There is a truth that separates those who leave in peace from those who leave in despair, and this truth may define your eternal destiny. The final warning has come, and there is no more time to hesitate. Chosen one, you are at the edge of a decision that will change the course of your life and your soul. What you do now will determine your eternal destiny. It doesn't matter what others say or how they try to convince you. The truth is that only you have the key to your future. What has been revealed so far is not a simple alert. It is a direct call to action. Are you ready to listen? The souls of the chosen are tested at the most crucial moment. The time for decision has come. Don't be fooled. Don't let yourself be seduced by the false idea that you can continue procrastinating, that there is still time. What happens now is irreversible. The opportunity to choose the path of light or shadow stands before you, and every move will be observed. What you decide today will determine if you follow the eternity of peace or the trail of pain. Many, when faced with this moment, feel lost, as if the weight of the decision is too great to bear. But the truth is, you already know the path. All you need to do is trust what is written inside your soul. The key has been with you from the beginning. The chosen ones have something others don't have: discernment, the call, the vision that crosses the veil. If you look within yourself, you will know exactly what to do. But there's something more that needs to be said. What you decide now will be definitive. There's no turning back. The chance of making the wrong decision may be the last. And once you cross that line, what awaits you may be something completely unexpected. There are forces that try to lead you astray from the right path, seducing you with promises that are not real, with deceptions disguised as opportunities. Chosen one, you need to remember one thing: the final choice is yours. And when you make the decision, when you follow the path that was written for you, something incredible will happen. A truth will be revealed to you, something few understand until it's too late. What will be hidden before you may be greater, more magnificent than you imagine, but also more challenging. What comes next depends on this decision. Chosen one, what comes next will surprise even you, and this choice will change everything. Chosen one, the destiny you feared is now before you, more real than ever. The final decision has been made, but what no one told you is that after it, there is a point of no return. What comes next will be irreversible, and you've already realized that everything that has happened up until now has brought you to this moment. There are no more doubts, no more waiting. The veil between worlds dissolves, and the path opens to a truth that few, very few, dare to know. Now, what happens with the chosen ones after death is not something anyone can comprehend. What lies before you is something much bigger and much deeper than you imagine. What you knew about death and the beyond will be tested, challenged, transformed. There is something at the end of the path that awaits your soul with a powerful revelation, a vision that will forever change the way you see the world and what comes after. And this, chosen one, cannot be explained. It can only be lived. You are not going to a simple destination, but to a divine encounter. Everything you've done until now, all the choices and sacrifices, all the lessons you've learned or ignored, now become the ground where you will face the truth. And the truth, chosen ones, may be harder than you thought. What comes after this point of no return is something that cannot be manipulated, controlled, or avoided. You are being guided by something much greater than yourself. There is a promise, but also a test. Some will move forward, others will be diverted. The path of light is not simple, and many souls lose themselves along the way. What the chosen ones know is that every step is essential. Nothing you've done in life has been by chance. Everything has been a preparation for the moment that is to come. And when the other side reveals itself, you will see how prepared you were for this. You will be tested until the end, and only the strongest will follow. Now, what you've discovered so far, the truths that have been revealed, only make sense when you take the last step. Destiny is sealed, but the journey is not over. What comes now is bigger, more grand, more challenging than anything you've imagined. And one final choice needs to be made, because there is something even deeper than you can comprehend, something that few have the chance to face. What you do now will determine your eternal path. Chosen one, now that you know the truth, share in the comments. I am the chosen one, and nothing will divert me from my path. If you felt the impact of these words, leave your like and subscribe for more powerful revelations. Activate the bell so you don't miss what's coming. The journey is just beginning. Stay strong, because the best is yet to come.